Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to do the August 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Gemini. So please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. You can also take a look at this in regards to other placements, particularly if you have one zodiac sign that's placement heavy and you feel like that's the sign's video that's resonating for you most by looking at the title. Feel free to take a look at that, okay? Just use your discernment and what you feel is the reading for you. So in regards to the spread itself, I'll be using a Celtic Cross style spread as I do with the monthlies, but this time with a little bit of a twist. So I'll be getting the main messages, the key messages, using the Rider-Waite deck. However, I'll be getting clarification cards using the Bicycle Bros Mind Playing deck. So it's not actually a tarot deck, but I will be using it as such, just simply because I love these cards. It's so cute. Look at these designs, okay? They're adorable. And I just love how fun and playful they are. So yeah, I just wanted to change really. Okay, so let's go into your reading now then, Gemini, the last of the August 2020 monthlies. I mean, it's been pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. With all the other signs, there's been a lot of stuff coming up to the surface, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of endings being finalized. So no doubt this will be the case for you, but let's see what this can be in relation to. I feel like Leo season in particular this year is all about, you know, climaxes and new opportunities being offered. So we'll see. Okay. So I think we are ready to get your layout. Ooh, okay. Right, and I also just want to say while I'm getting these cards for you, just a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing. It means the world to me to have your support, so thank you so much for taking the time to do so. It's really great to see people sharing their stories with me, how these energies relate to their situation. I do read all of the comments, so thank you so much for taking the time to share that with me, and also sharing my videos that resonate for you. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed as to when the next set of readings go up on the channel. It would be a shame for you to miss it, so don't forget to hit the notifications bell as well. Okay, ooh, that was a lot there, but I think we've got it. All right, so Gemini, let's go into your reading. So in regards to your current circumstances, you have the Six of Cups in reverse, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think you recently were kind of caught in, I feel like there were certain energies that you were kind of still very much entangled with from things that took place in the past. And I feel like in this particular case, these were not positive things, right? These were negative situations that were emotionally draining for you, that you find it difficult to put to bed, right? So there might be certain tendencies that you have towards pulling on the heartstrings of someone that perhaps you were close to in the past, or someone that you are still with emotionally or have an emotional connection with, but may be either estranged from or trying to resolve an issue with, okay? So there might be certain tendencies that you have that are a little bit toxic and need revisiting, okay? Because you're still trying to, I feel like you're still trying to pull on the heartstring of someone that you may be at odds with, or that you are trying to reconcile with, or that you're simply separated from, by using, you know, not the best methods, let's just say, okay? I don't think there's anything malicious behind it at all. It's just that you really still have a strong emotional connection to whoever this person is. So especially if you are at a distance with this person, you know, you may be trying to pull every trick that you can think of to try and get their attention, right? So in regards to the challenge, you have the Five of Pentacles. So this is talking about letting go, releasing, okay, walking away from this energy. Not necessarily from the person, but just from this tendency that you have to resort to some, you know, underhanded tactics that pull at the heartstrings of this person, because it's not a healthy way to express your love for this person or your desires for this connection. So the best thing you can do is walk away from that energy and either just get on with, get on with your life, focus on building yourself up and seeing, you know, where your energies align in the future, or simply just approaching this person after you give them the space to heal or to, come to a place of peace and come with a renewed energy, a new sense of energy, a new purpose, you know, allowing it to be, you know, a positive communication that isn't forced, that isn't trying to lead it down a specific outcome, but just, you know, letting the heart express itself in the purest way, pretty much. But for now, you definitely need to release this energy from the past that's, kind of toxic, right? So in regards to your recent past, you have the Nine of Swords. So this is it. This is the overthinking. I feel like when you start getting into your head and you start assuming the worst, that's when you get into this energy of, I need to pull at their heartstrings at all costs to remind them of how much I love them and how much, you know, they say they love me, or they once cared for me or showed me they loved me, right? But that's not the best way to approach it. I think you know that, you know, but this only happens when you get this idea in your head that they're leaving you, you know, maybe there is some abandonment issues there, or that, you know, you're not good enough, or they want someone else, or you're never going to be able to patch things up, or whatever it is, you know, whatever negative thoughts that you get in your head, that's when you resort to this energy of trying to manipulate the situation or pull on the heartstrings of this person. Again, I don't think you're doing it initially maliciously or with any bad intent. It's just the way in which you're going about this situation isn't healthy, okay? That's the reality. In regards to the near future, you have the King of Swords in reverse. So this is your energy, Gemini, along with Libra and Aquarius, right? So this is you. This is you coming to the realization that, you know, these mind games and you getting caught up in your head is a reflection of the healing that still needs to take place. That you are not in your element. That's why you're showing up in reverse, right? If you were here, you would be golden, right? But you're not. You're in reverse because you're out of sorts. You're not in your element. There's still healing, a lot of healing that needs to take place. So you know you have to give yourself the time to do that. And you can't do that if you're constantly going back to these old habits, these old behavioral patterns that were partially responsible for the issue to begin with, right? Whether it's a lack of trust, lack of self-confidence, a lack of boundaries, a lack of understanding, whatever it is, okay? So in regards to your feelings, you have the Nine of Cups. So water energy again. You're very much centered about you're very much centered around your feelings, how you're feeling at this time. You know, I feel like this, therefore I need to do that. What about how I'm feeling? Oh, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I want. I'm not getting it. I'm not feeling this. I'm not getting that. It's all about you right now. And normally, you know, thinking about yourself and taking care of yourself is not a bad thing, thinking about your fulfillment. But I feel like in this case, this has come across as a little bit of a selfish energy, because the Nine of Cups can also be selfishness, only self-serving, you know, things that are only self-serving being surrounding you at this time. So you're only considering what your Nine of Cups are. You're not considering what the Nine of Cups is to this person, right? So that's also something you need to be a little bit cautious of, because you are possibly coming across, especially when you do these little mind games, and when you communicate in a way that's a little bit toxic, that's rooted in the ego, right? And self-serving energy. So it's kind of selfish. You're not thinking about how this person feels, what they're thinking, what they're navigating. So you need to pull back from this energy somewhat, okay? In regards to what's crowning you at this time, so what's within your power to affect, you have the Page of Pentacles. So an offer is coming in, okay? This is earth energy. Something significant is coming in, an opportunity. You may be wanting to apologize for the way in which you've conducted yourself as of late. Perhaps you want to apologize, or you want to make things right. You're like, I know that I have a tendency to do this, that, and the other, and I know it's not healthy, and I'm working on it, but will you forgive me? It's really important that I have your forgiveness, or I have your understanding. Will you accept my apology? Because I am working on this, I am healing myself, but I really need to know that you understand and that you will accept my apology. So I feel like this is probably you offering, an apology and wanting forgiveness, right? Because you have this tendency, whatever it is, to get stuck in your head, and then that pushes you further into the ego when you have all these negative thoughts. Because you're not a selfish person, Gemini, okay? You're not a selfish person. You care a hell of a lot for this person that you're dealing with. But because of these negative thought processes, it gets you thinking the worst. And then that's when you go into this selfish energy where you're like, I need to remind them how important I am in their life, and how much, they depend on me emotionally, and, this kind of thing, and how much we did together in the past, and our history, and, how much love we had, and what they said to me. And you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. It's coming from an ego-centric place. Because of this fear of loss, this fear of not being wanted, not being understood, not being enough, this person pulling away from you, right? Okay. In regards to, your advice at this time, you have the Ace of Wands. Fire energy, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You are being told that, look, there is a new way to do things, okay? That, yes, it's not easy to break old habits. It's not easy to break negative behavioral patterns or thought processes, but there's always a means to change it. You can always change. Use this as a new opportunity, a new chapter, a new beginning to do things in a new way, okay? That you are capable of changing, and this is your opportunity to show that you are changing, right? That you are willing to communicate in a new way, that you're willing to express, in a more healthy way, take healthy actions towards trying to resolve any issues or conflict that there is between you two, right? So this is a learning curve. You are learning, you're taking a new approach, right? And it started with you wanting to offer an apology and taking responsibility for your actions, for your words, for your behavior, right? So in regards to in regards to your external influences, so this can be people, places, situations, environments, okay? You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I feel like this person that you're dealing with, they may be single at the moment, and you may think that they're fine without you, but I'm not getting that. With that being in reverse, I feel like, yes, they are potentially single. It's not that they're tied up in another connection, or perhaps you are with this person, right? That's why they're not showing up as a single person. They might be in a relationship with you still, and they're not seeking to be single. That's why Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. So the next card you got is the Judgment card, and it's in the position of your hopes. So I feel like with it being Sagittarius energy as well, you could very well be dealing with a Sagittarius at this time. But I feel like this is kind of mirroring the same thing, that, you're afraid that this person is going to leave and that they're going to give up. They're not going to put up with this energy anymore, or these actions or behaviors or things that you say to them anymore, and they're just going to walk away. They're just going to release the connection for good. They don't see a possibility for reconciliation or a possibility of things moving forward. And I think in your hopes, you're hoping that this person will come in declaring their love, wanting to really put the work in to make this happen, right? But from both sides, you and them, that they'll say, yes, I see the work you're putting in. I see that you're making the effort, that you want, to give this another shot. Let's do it. I'm all for it. This is what I want, okay? I've come to the conclusion that I want the same thing as you. Okay. And then finally, as a potential outcome, you have the Four of Swords. So more air energy, your energy. So this is healing. This is talking about recuperation, This is after a long, drawn out battle, the need for rest and recuperation, because it has been trying, you've been tested and pushed, and you've been forced to address your wounds, forced to address these actions or behaviors that you have that are detrimental to your happiness and the happiness of the person you're dealing with, and taking responsibility and working through that, right? So it's not been easy. It has been draining, but you're still willing to, heal the situation. So that's very positive. And by healing the situation, it means healing yourself. Okay. So Sagittarius, let's see what the tarot has, let's see what the Bird's Mind deck has to say with regards to clarifying these main messages. All right, we are good to go. So clarifying your current circumstances, the Six of Cups in reverse, you have the Seven of Wands, okay? So more fire energy, Seven of Clubs, Seven of Wands. So you are coming to a space where you know that, if you keep doing this, if you keep trying to pull on the heartstrings of this person using these somewhat manipulative methods, things that are, trying to pull at their heartstrings in the way that you have been, eventually they're going to want to block out the connection entirely. They're going to block you entirely, perhaps from social media, from being able to call them. They're just not going to answer you. They're just not going to entertain it anymore, because it's not what they want to have to deal with. It's not a pleasant energy. So you're coming to understand that, oh my God, if I keep testing this person, if I keep pushing their buttons, if I keep, trying to force them to show that they care for me still, that they want this connection, remind them of the past, hurts constantly, they're going to push me away. So I don't want that to happen. So you're addressing it for what it is, right? That you could force them to push you away. So with regards to your recent past, the Nine of Swords here, you have the Seven of Hearts. So this is the Seven of Cups, right? And that talks about, confusion, right? Especially with it clarifying the Nine of Swords. This talks about emotional confusion, not knowing what you want, what's going to make you happy, how to resolve this issue, how to stop you getting so caught up in your head and assuming the worst all the time, that they're going to cheat on you, that they're going to leave you, that they don't love you, that they don't think you're good enough, that, all your worst fears going round and round in your head. That's the Nine of Swords energy. It's a very horrible energy to deal with, right? It's very horrible for the person experiencing it, right? So you'll realize, it's coming to the realization that, you were very lost and you're very confused as to how to get out of that mindset, right? And that perhaps you had to really put work into exploring different techniques, different ways in which you can heal, those thought processes. So you might have sought out therapy, or you may possibly look at, therapeutic methods, whether it's seeing a counselor or some description, a therapist, seeing a psychologist, maybe meditating more, doing yoga practices, breathing exercises, journaling, whatever you think is going to help you with, getting your thoughts down, and rather than projecting it at people, getting it down and trying to process and make sense of it, rationalizing these thoughts as fears rather than grounded in any form of reality, right? So in regards to your near future, the King of Swords in reverse, you have the Three of Swords in reverse. So Three of Spades in reverse, okay? Three of Swords in reverse. You are having to, like I said, address where you feel so out of sorts, where you feel like not in a place of security, not feeling like you are in control of your own emotional body, that you're in control of your mindset, right? This is a lack of control. This is feeling like, you know, you have no control over your thoughts, and that your thoughts actually rule you rather than you ruling yourself, right? And being able to, you know, not force yourself to have particular thoughts, but not allowing your thoughts to control you, but allowing them to pass through. So this is you coming to understand that because you are, you know, in that state of not feeling like you're in control, not feeling like, you know, you have authority over yourself, right? That could be manifesting in why these conflicts haven't been resolved yet, because you are conflicted within yourself, right? So the pain you're experiencing within the connection is a reflection of the pain you are feeling within yourself, right? So with regards to the challenge, what's crossing you at this time, the Five of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords in the upright. You see, you had the King of Swords in reverse in your near future. The challenge is the King of Swords in the upright, clarifying the Five of Pentacles. It's freeing yourself from that energy. You know, it's removing that energy from your state of being, not allowing you to be ruled by your fears, by your irrational thoughts, right, that you may be having. Getting to a place where you're secure in yourself. You are, you know your strengths, you know your sense of worth, your values, right? Your perception is clear, right? So it's getting back into that mindset of your mind being clear and not muddled by your fears, right? So it's being able to slay your fears, right? So it's not ruling your mind, because when you're in a fear state of mind, you cannot see things clearly as they truly are. You are being informed that things are one way when they're actually another. So in your mind, things are this horrible situation where everything's going wrong and this person doesn't want you and they're rejecting you, when actually they're just trying to protect themselves and they're trying to help you see that that's not the case. But, you know, no matter what they say, it's not going to be believed if you're just trapped in your thoughts, right? So clarifying the Nine of Cups in the position of your feelings. You have the Two of Clubs in reverse. So this is the Two of Wands, okay? Two of Wands in reverse. This card has been coming up a lot recently in these general readings for August. So yeah, reassessing where there's envy, jealousy, you know, anger, upset, you know, feeling like you need to manipulate or control, or feeling out of, you know, feeling a sense of lack, feeling like, you know, that this happiness is yours alone and you are deserving of it, and therefore it needs to come in the way that you picture it, regardless of how this person is feeling. I'm not saying that's how you see things, but that's how it's manifesting, you know, because you're only focused on your feelings, right? Your feelings and what you want. You're not considering what the other person wants. So it's manifesting in some undesirable ways, okay? And that, you know, because you're only thinking about how you feel. And there's some very shadowy energies that are coming to the surface, you know. So when you get into that fear mentality, it comes out as, you know, jealousy, rage, frustration, you know, spite, challenge, that kind of thing, right? Because you are not in alignment. You are out of alignment currently. So you need to get your ego in check, and you need to recalibrate the balance between your higher self and your shadow aspect, because your shadow aspect is dominating your mindset at the moment, and that's the problem. So you really need to do some deep-rooted healing and shadow work, particularly when it comes to your mental state, okay? So in regards to what's crowning you at this time, the Page of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. So this is Five of Cups, Five of Hearts, okay? So this is it. I feel like this is you coming to the realization, like, oh my God, what have I done? You know, like I could potentially lose even more than I already have because of this behavior, because of this way of doing things, the way I look at things, you know, because I just get so trapped into this loop of feeling anxious and overthinking and, expecting the worst, that because of that, I could potentially lose even more than I already have almost lost, right? Because I don't feel like this connection is done. I'm not seeing any indication of that. But I do feel like, it's at a risk if you don't change it. So that's why you're trying to do the work now. You may be coming forward with an apology and asking for forgiveness, for acceptance, offering, a token of peace, explaining that you are doing the work and it's taking time, but you don't want to risk losing all that you've built together, all that you've put into the connection, right? Because the thought of losing it is too much, right? It makes you deeply unhappy. And that's where a lot of this has come from the fear of losing this connection, right? You understand that you haven't lost it, but you know that you've caused pain within the connection with this overthinking and this fear mindset, this lack mindset, okay? So clarifying the Ace of Wands in the position of your advice, you have the Jack of Diamonds in reverse. So this is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, this is it. It's a case of this needs to just change, right? It's no good saying, oh, I'm changing, I will change, or I'll do this, I'll do that. The action needs to be there. The initiative needs to be taken. And that's what you're being advised to do. Is like keep taking initiatives, making positive changes towards working on this behavior, rather than making promises and, things not getting anywhere, or just saying you understand, but then there being very little progress. You need to take very significant initiatives towards healing this, tendency, these behaviors, right? So I think this person will more than anything just want to see that you are taking action towards it, rather than just saying you will, that they actually see that you are changing it, right? So it can be in various different ways, like I say, seeking counseling or help, or, working through past issues, journaling, changing your lifestyle, being mindful of what you consume in terms of, entertainment, the kinds of friendship circles you have, the social accounts you follow, things like that. Anything that can fuel these fears, right? Anything that's very pessimistic, it's cutting that out of your life and moving towards the more optimistic things that can support you in this journey, right? In regards to your external influences, the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse, you have the King of Clubs. So this is King of Wands, okay? Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. As I said, strong Sagittarius in this reading. So you could very well be connected to a Sagittarius. Doesn't matter that it's showing as the king. This is about the divine masculine aspect coming through this person, not about their gender. So yeah, this person is, you are incredibly attracted to this person. You see them as very desirable. You see them as, the person you want more than anything, right? You're like, I don't want to lose this person. I don't want to see them go. Especially when I know that they don't want to, like, if you're not currently together, this person doesn't want to be without you. They do want to be with you. They don't want to be single, because they don't feel like they don't feel as abundant without you. But at the same time, they do not want to keep going around the same merry-go-round, right? If you are with this person, they're quite happy to remain in the relationship, provided that they see these changes, as I said, because they know that they are the King of Wands, right? They know that they can manifest abundant connections, right? So they're only going to entertain this kind of energy for so long. And I feel like they're already hitting their limit, which you're aware of. So that's why you're being triggered to do this work, right? So in regards to your fears, the Temperance in reverse, you have the Six of Wands, okay? So 6 of Clubs, 6 of Wands. Yeah, you're afraid that this person is just going to be like, wow, you know, I've waited, I've been patient, I've been giving you the time you need, I've been trying to be supportive, you know, I try to understand where you're coming from, I try to give you everything that you needed, and nothing's changed. It's not changed. So I know my worth, I know what my value, I know what it is I have to offer, and I'm not getting it, so I'm leaving. You know, that's what you're afraid of, pretty much. Like I said, that they're not going to wait around for this to happen anymore, you know, because they know their value, they know their worth, they know they can have what they want from a connection, whether it's with you or someone else. So that's what you're afraid of, because you're aware of that also, because of what they bring to the table, right? So you're not willing to, I feel like you're not wanting to risk losing that again, because perhaps you've already lost it in some shape or form, or you almost lost it in the past, right? In regards to your hopes, the Judgment here, you have the Two of Swords in reverse. So you're hoping that they will choose you, like regardless of what's going on and how messy things may be at the moment, or that, you know, there's a lot of healing and work that needs to take place in the connection. You're hoping that they're still willing to choose you above all else. You know, that you are still what they want, and that they're still willing to continue working on the relationship with you, that they're willing to give you the time you need to do the healing that is needed, right? That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping that they choose you. And with your potential outcome, the Four of Swords here, you got the Four of Hearts in reverse. So this is the Four of Cups in reverse. So you're essentially in this state where by doing the healing, you'll get to a place where you don't have to worry about extending your love and having to face a potential rejection, because this person will see that you're doing the work, you're putting the work in, that there is changes, right? The situation is changing, so you're changing, therefore the connection is changing for the better. And then they feel more at ease, more confident that, you know, this is moving into smoother waters, that things are transforming, the pain is alchemizing into pleasure, happiness, joy, bliss, right? So this is what they want from you, I feel like. And that's what you're hoping for. So you're really putting the effort into getting yourself where you feel you need to be in order to feel complete, balanced, whole, emotionally grounded, stable, you know, in alignment with self again, right? So yeah, Gemini, that's what I have for you. I hope this helps whoever needed this message. And do let me know your thoughts. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And yeah, I mean, healing is a process and it's not linear. It's going to take time. Yeah, you might trip up sometimes, but as long as they can see you're consistently doing the work and that you're genuine about wanting to do this for you, not just to win this person back or show them that the connection is worth pursuing still, then I think things will go well. Things will move into calmer waters. But you just have to keep doing the work and just know that, you know, it takes time. No one's expecting you to, you know, win the race now, okay? Just to keep taking positive steps. And it's okay to ask for support while you're doing that work, okay? It's better if you have a good support network around you while you're doing the work, okay? So sending you lots of love, lots of encouragement, okay? do the work. Really focus on yourself at this time and getting yourself where you want to be, so that your mental health isn't bringing your energy down, okay? Because that's what needs healing. I feel like your energy took a hit through the thought processes that you have. So do what is needed at this time to best support you through that. And like I said, I'm sending you so much love in that process. So for now, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.